I'm Soo Sunny Park. I'm here as 2015 Artist-in-Residence for the Martin Shallenberger Artist-Residency at Cheekwood. Coming here, I knew that I wanted to do a project weaving tar paper and the reflective mylar material, and I've been working on this sinuous forms using stainless steel gridded mesh. So the process have been where I prepare most of the tar papers cut. They're slightly less than 2-inch strips, and involving, I don't even know, I think we had at least 40 volunteers here that have been working with us, and started off with 7 rolls of 100 feet stainless steel. We've been cutting down to 5 feet and bending all the ends and forming the mesh one by one, and weaving the material through the surface. And it's been a time-consuming process where the project could have not been possible without all the wonderful volunteers that were here. Each unit with the tar paper, the goal was not to crease the material because it easily creased. So it took about 3 hours per person just to weave the tar paper form, and mylar, which went pretty quickly. So that's been the process here. And I kind of had an idea where encasing the upper portion of the room with a silver mylar form, and then lower with layers of tar paper, which absorbs black matte surface. So it would absorb the light, and then the kind of upper portion being mylar kind of creates kind of highly reflective surface where if you're underneath it, you'll be able to kind of see a glow that is behind the space. So when I first proposed for this project, I was thinking more kind of buoyancy and above the ground, perhaps sky, because the title is called Silver Lining. But as being in here and working and having more sense that the space feels more like it's heavier and underneath the ground, it reminded me as a kid that I had a drowning experience, which I don't really think about very much. That my uncle took us to a countryside while my parents were already here in the US. I lived with my aunt and uncle for a while, and I saw all these kids jumping off the black cliff into the water, swimming, and I wanted to mimic that I was able to swim. So I took off my inner tube and started kicking, and I let it go, and that's when I started to drown. And it was a very deep lake, and I just remember just going down, just looking up, and just opening my eyes, and you're just going down, and the sky is just like further away from you, and you see the light at the other end of the surface, just like it gets fuzzier, and there's a light, and so I think being in this space, just having that feeling of I'm underground or underneath the surface, kind of reminded me of that experience I had as a kid. Of course, you don't really talk about your near-death experience very much, but it's great to be reminded and think about that. And I don't know, when I kind of come up with an idea, there's so much of it is subconscious. You're kind of pulling from just abstract ideas and just kind of emotions, I think, more so than necessarily something representational or specific place. And I wanted to enclose as much silver mylar as possible, because I like the idea of that, when you're underneath it in a very dark absorbed space, that there is the edge of the light that shows, perhaps, I don't know, hope,